Alright, hey everyone, so I am here with fellow StreetPass Live 3 panelists, Demeech and The Collective Gaming. We just got back from PAX West, and wow, we have a lot of thoughts, so how are y'all doing?
I'm doing great. I gotta say, I already missed PAX West, but, you know, considering that life's back to normal, I'm holding up pretty well.
I also feel the same way. I'm doing great, and it was bittersweet leaving. Like, I really do miss it a lot. I was ready to come home also, so yeah.
Oh, for sure. I definitely felt that way to an extent. Like, being in Seattle for the first time, I've never gone, and if it wasn't for PAX, I don't think I ever would have gone. So needless to say, I was very happy to come to my nice comfy home in Florida, back in the swamp over Seattle. But I do miss you guys, I miss my friends from the convention, and I miss the convention too. But, you know, at the same time, the swamp is pretty nice.
Very true. I'm out here in the wilderness in Alaska, so I totally understand that. It's nice and quiet. There's an angry people yelling at you or trying to push you out of the way so they can get to their destination. It's just nice.
You just gotta watch out for the bullworms.
Oh my god, the amount of people who are like constantly pushing, like not even like Sunday and Monday still, people were trying to go into Monster Hunter. It was like they were little kids. It's like, guys, this is a game. What are you doing? Can you just, I just want to play my cutesy little indie games, my little Zelda. Like, I don't want to be, like, waiting in this 3-4+ hour line for a game I'm probably not even going to buy because I've never even played that series before, you know? It's just crazy.
Yeah, I think Capcom really shot themselves in the foot when they decided to make that demo 30 minutes long. Like, I get it, you want to customize your character, but, like, the whole point of a demo is to try the gameplay out, not to set your character up, so, like, there's a lot of people that missed out on that because of that one reason.
Us included, unfortunately. Firm and I really tried.
Yes.
We really tried. It's like,
man,
well,
we
at least did most of what we wanted to do, and that's okay.
Yeah, we did everything that we wanted to do, except for that, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, honestly, I did most of what I wanted to do. The main things I was concerned about were Nintendo's games that they had demoed, and also the panel, of course, that we did, being StreetPass Live 3. But compared to PAX East, which I went to before, and you were there as well, AquaTwist, I think I saw more panels at PAX East. There definitely were better panels there. There weren't as many for PAX West, but Nintendo was there and actually had a good presence, so I got a lot of content from that, and also a lot of experiences. And yeah, with the panel, that is interesting. We're definitely going to get into that.
Yeah, I mean, like, to say, like, I missed the Kid and Krista panel. I kind of wanted to go. I'm kind of glad I didn't. I mean, I'm sure it was good. I kind of felt bad for the turnout because it was, like, 1 p.m. day one, whereas last year it was, like, in the middle of the afternoon on Saturday. So it's like, I feel like a lot of people missed out, which is unfortunate, because their panels are always good.
They still had a good turnout, don't get me wrong. But yeah, I see where you're coming from.
I mean, I don't want to throw any shade or anything, but we had a bigger turnout than they did, which is kind of shocking because their stories are super insightful. I mean, it's always a lot of fun to hear, you know, the behind-the-scenes stuff when it comes to Nintendo.
Yeah, it was a little bit crazy, but I do feel like with our StreetPass Live 3 panel, we promoted the hell out of it with things like the flyers, and Plain Rock was also there, and he is a pretty huge YouTuber. So there's definitely that aspect, but also I think that we also had a great turnout at PAX East, and I feel like just our combined efforts and such made it a really fun and inciting panel for people to attend. And it was definitely crazy, I'll give it that. Like, there are moments from that panel I'm not going to forget for a long time.
I'm not going to say I'm on YouTube because they're, sus, but I know exactly what you mean, Demeech. It's, like, StreetPass Live 2, it was awesome, and if you're watching this, Nick, thank you so much for allowing all of us to be part of the panel. It was incredible. I'll never forget it. But something about 3, like, I think us as a team, we all really, really clicked. Like, us 3, Plain Rock, Ariel, Zena, like, and of course Gaming Honor. It was just good. Like, all the sections were great. The audience members were fantastic. Lots of great cosplayers. Shoutouts to the Blue Shell guy, who I've seen many times at the at the event. And they're also part of the dark room, which is really cool.
Yeah, that guy just kept jump scaring us, man. He was everywhere where we were going. I was like, oh my
you
god,
can't miss him.
Yeah, literally. And every time I see a blue shell, I always get kind of, a little PTSD triggered because of playing Mario Kart. So I'm like, this dude's literally jump scaring us everywhere we go.
Yeah. I mean, he won the modded 3DS at StreetPass Live too. So that was really cool.
Crazy.
And we were giving away more 3DS systems, and of course, the one that Plane Rock gave away.
Thank God it was parts only.
I will say
that was my favorite segment.
That had me cringing a bit, but I knew what it was like before, but still seeing it snapped in half, I'm glad it was parts only.
Yes. I don't know if you guys noticed or if you picked up on this, but when Plane Rock announced that he was going to snap it, the crowd just gasped. Like, they were like, oh my god, no, don't do it. And then Nick started panicking. So he went into like full-on panic mode, and he was like, okay, we're just going to stop. We're not going to do it. Let's just stop. Don't do it. And then he snapped it, and, the crowd went crazy. And it was a really cool moment. But yeah, Nick was freaking out a little bit. And I kind of felt for him there.
It was really funny. The only thing that could have made it better is if he snapped it in half and he's like, let's put it back together, and used one of the Orange Hostess cupcakes and smushed it together like a sandwich.
Oh my god.
No! No! Imagine something that has, like, little significance to, just in the grand scheme of things. It's essentially defined with StreetPass now. Hostess orange cupcakes and StreetPass. Man, I wish you guys were there for that, seeing Shane just horrified. I think that Shane was more horrified being offered a smushed orange Hostess cupcake than Nick or Ariel especially were horrified seeing Plane Rock snap the 3DS. It was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, like, ugh. Well, I mean, I'm gluten-free for the most part, so I'm not missing out on that. But if I wasn't, I'd still eat it, even if it was smashed, because it's free food. Come on. But anyway, so
I mean, if
even if it made you uncomfortable, even if you had to use your coping mechanism.
Oh my god. No,
I didn't know the cupcake was spicy.
True. Spicier than Chipotle, though?
Excuse me, it's a coping mechanism.
My god. Alright, but for real though, so what was your favorite game or booth you got to play at PAX West?
My answer is going to be very cliche, but I'm okay with that. It's easily the Nintendo booth because, as a kid, I always dreamed of being able to do things that my favorite YouTubers were doing. Going to these conventions, playing Nintendo games early, and seeing me at 24 being able to do what I dreamed of as a kid was just amazing. And the fact that it was two great games just made it even better. We got The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom and Super Mario Party Jamboree. I will start with Super Mario Party Jamboree. It was only minigames. It was a minigame bay mode, which it makes sense for a demo. I do wish that they demoed the boards too, because that's half of Mario Party. You can't have the without the... Just like you can't have the boards without the minigames.
Exactly.
But the minigames were fun. The game looks gorgeous. I'm still impressed with the graphics, and a lot of people say the Switch is outdated, but even though it is, Nintendo still brings the goods when it comes to the presentation. And it was a lot of fun. I played it with my friends Zach Pack, Riders DX, and Toon Triss, who was formerly at Game Explain, and we had a great time. And I also played it a second time with Riders DX, another PAX attendee, and an employee from Nintendo. But what did you guys think of Mario Party Jamboree?
I'm excited. I'm a bit disappointed. It's like, oh, it's Super Mario Party 2, even though Mario Party Superstars was awesome. But if the online is as good as they're hyping it up to be, and the minigames are as fun as they were at PAX West, I'm excited. Like, I didn't really play much growing up in Mario Party, but I really liked it during college, and now I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I'll play some more Mario Party. I got some people to play with, finally, so yeah, I think it's gonna be great.
Thing. They also have 2 remade boards and some remade minigames, so it's kind of the best of both worlds. Super Mario Party failed because of a lot of bad design choices. It had small boards. The stars were too cheap to get, so anybody could get them, only at like 10 coins. And you had to use a single Joy-Con for a control scheme. But this one allows you to use a Pro Controller. The boards seem a lot more fun. It seems that this is the return to form that I've wanted from Mario Party in a new game. Mario Party Superstars is phenomenal, but it is a remake, so of course it's going to be good. But I'm very excited for it, although to be fair, Mario Party is not one of my favorite Mario series. Like, I've played every Mario Kart game, but with Mario Party, I haven't had that desire.
You know what I'm saying? The same way.
Yeah,
I've played
Mario Kart.
every single Mario Kart game, but I have not played every Mario Party.
You sure about that? Have you played Mario Kart Arcade Grand Prix VR?
No, not the VR version.
Yeah, I mean, that one, I don't even count it because only a few people have gotten to play it, but it exists. From what I've seen, it's really cool. I've never played it before, but the other arcade games are amazing.
Oh yeah, well, have you played the street version of that? The Japanese street version?
Nintendo took that down before, so unless you got a DeLorean, we're screwed.
I almost got you there. And, you know, I have a love-hate relationship with Mario Party. Just because, you know, they've really been pushing the whole motion controls and all that. And on top of that, I seem to just always be getting really unlucky when it comes to the whole game. Like, you know, it'll be like the last 2 rounds and I'll lose out on all my stars. So I have not been the most excited when it comes to this, but I am actually pretty excited to play this. And on top of that, I don't really have that many friends to play that want to play Mario Party, so it'll be cool to play this with you guys.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. I love the idea of us being like, hey, PAX is long over, but we're still connected, and yeah, I can't wait to play it together. But Furman, what would you say is your favorite game that you played at PAX West?
You know, I'm gonna do the exact opposite that Demeech did. You know, he gave you a very, the most obvious answer. I'm gonna give you something that you will not expect.
Well, the thing is, Super Mario Party Jamboree wasn't my favorite. I actually did prefer The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
I feel like that demo, it really showcased more of the game, and it's a very different take on Zelda, just using the Echo ability to make copies of items. You guys ever play the game Scribblenauts before, where you use a notebook, write down what you think a solution to a puzzle is, and then it appears? It kind of reminded me of that in a way, but in a 2D Zelda, and I had a blast with it. It is definitely a day one purchase for me.
Yeah, I feel that.
Same. I gotta get it soon before Best Buy runs out of those acrylic standees for the pre-orders, because oof, that's gonna be fun.
Oof, yeah. Honestly, I was gonna say Zelda, and I still feel like that's like my actual answer. Like, the Zelda game just really sold me on it. I was really iffy on it because it's like, you know, it's the first game where you actually play as Zelda, and they literally give her a wand that makes furniture.
What? Well, you've never played The Legend of Zelda Wand of Gamelon or Zelda's Adventure?
I can't even say the first official Zelda game because those are officially licensed. But you know, the true Zelda, the true first Zelda game, I guess you could say. We don't have the bootleg.
It's definitely a cool role reversal. It seems like this has been the year of those. We got Princess Peach Showtime, and now we have this.
Yeah, so I'm definitely super excited about that. I am more excited now because I got to play that game. But honestly, I really like the ANTONBLAST demo.
That is a good answer right there.
That's so good.
Yes.
Can't wait.
And I'm not even really, I've never really been too into the Wario games back then. Mostly because of Pokemon. Pokemon literally took all my time up when it was the Game Boy and Game Boy Advance era. But that ANTONBLAST game is just, it's so perfect. It's so hard. And the levels are massive. And I don't know what happened to poor little Anton, but he is just pissed. Like, the man is just angry for no reason. Yeah, right?
That's why. That's the reason why the developers gave us. Yeah, ANTONBLAST was definitely a highlight. Did you download the demo on the Switch?
As soon as I got home.
I did. That's actually how I played it. I wish I played it at PAX West. It's like, well, I already played the Switch demo. I think it was on my flight home from CEO like a couple months ago. I'm like, I'll just play this game. It's good. as good as Pizza Tower is, I think ANTONBLAST controls better. Like, I like the character designs. It's like very Ed, and Eddie-y, and it leans closer into the GBA aesthetic more. So when it comes out, I think I'm gonna like it more than the Pizza Tower.
And on top of that, it just feels like pure chaos too. It feels like you can't predict or control what's going on and what's going to happen, and I really like that about it.
I feel like it definitely is more of a Wario Land successor than Pizza Tower is. I've been playing Pizza Tower throughout the entirety of PAX West. I played it on the flight there, played it throughout the con, and also played it on the way back. It definitely feels like more of its own thing, despite having some Wario Land influence. Whereas ANTONBLAST, it feels like the successor, while also being its own thing. And speaking of that, I actually have an interview coming up with Summit Sphere where I'm going to interview them about ANTONBLAST.
No way.
So I'm super excited for
that. Congrats. Oh my god.
Way.
I kind of wish I was in a position to do that. Like, Max was so busy. I mean, even just interviewing Arlo for like a minute was... I still can't believe he let us do that. Massive thank you, Arlo. Oh my god.
Yes.
But I'll talk more about that later. So, as for me, there are a couple of them. I really liked playing the Marvel vs. Capcom collection with Furman. That was super fun. Definitely getting that physically. Not buying digitally, I'm sorry. Goombas Balloons is coming out the same day. But Yars Rising. James Montaigne from Way Forward. I saw him. I've seen him a couple years ago when I visited the studio at college. But it plays pretty solid. Like, when I first saw the trailer, I'm like, I don't know. But, like, the comic book and just the personality that Way Forward brings to their games, S tier every time, I swear to god. Like with Shantae, River City Girls, like, I highly recommend it if you want a cool little indie game from Way Forward that's Metroidvania inspired but isn't Shantae.
You know what I'm hoping that Way Forward will make? It'd be really cool if they were able to make a Wario Land game. I think that'd be perfect.
Ooh. Yes.
I did talk to the developers of Yars Rising, and they said that they've talked to Nintendo before about it. So I'm hoping that after Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp, they're willing to do more projects with them.
That would be great. Unfortunately, I heard that game didn't sell well, which breaks my heart. I remember the time I visited Way Forward was actually when they were almost wrapping up that game, and it was like a year out, and it's like, oh, real world events happen, so it's like, damn, finally came out. I'm like, I'm buying it day one, I'm supporting it, and it's damn good. I have one mission left in the second game, but yeah, no, Way Forward, one of my favorite developers. They're super nice.
And see, the problem with that though is that I don't feel like that's their fault. It's everything that was going on, the fact that the game got delayed for literally, what was it, like a year?
Yeah.
A little over a year? There was so much stuff that was happening, and people just kind of forgot about the game, so... I don't 100% believe that it's just their fault, the fact that it didn't sell well.
Oh, no. I don't blame them at all. It's out of their control, which is heartbreaking. I don't know, definitely, like... I wanted to play more indies. Unfortunately, I didn't have as much time as I would have liked, but yeah, cool. What was the weirdest interaction you had at PAX West?
Are we going there?
Go for it. Go, like, even beyond what we already know, like, even things we don't know ourselves, like, what was the weirdest thing or strangest interaction?
Man, that's tough.
I need to let that one ferment. I'll let one of you guys go first.
Man, I had a really weird interaction with a Darth Vader cosplayer, but that wasn't really, like, super weird. It was just really awkward. Just the way he took the picture with me. I think I might have caught him right when he was about to go on break or something. Because he didn't look very happy, but I don't know. Does that count as that?
I'm trying to think about the weirdest experience.
Go for it.
It's not related to the con, but remember when we were at Chipotle?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Like,
there was literally a guy in front of the entrance, right near a security guard.
Oh my god.
Doing drugs in the open, and the security guard does nothing, and then he walks off.
That was crazy.
It was really crazy.
Oh my god.
That is part of why I don't miss Seattle in the slightest bit.
Nope.
Did you mention the fact that his leg was like literally decaying?
Oh my
like
god.
it was
I didn't even see that.
No, that's
yeah, it was
sad.
disgusting.
And it wasn't just that. Seattle has a ton of that going on. Like,
yes.
One day we went to Capitol Hill and there were people running and fighting in the street, and there was so much of the drug stuff. It was horrifying.
Man.
But that wasn't related to the convention.
Well, I have a couple. There's the obvious, like, you know, we've been talking about. I don't want to let that joke get old yet because that's a different story. I don't know, just like some of the people in the lines.
That was the one on everyone's mind, I think.
Well, yeah, but aside,
we gotta submit that for approval.
yes, but outside
when
of
it
that,
comes to the weirdest, what about the thing that happened at the panel with one of the audience members screaming?
they were like,
yes.
so basic. Okay, yeah, I can talk about that. So at the panel, one of the audience members, and by the way, there were kids there. And right, because it's like, it's a family event, it's a 3DS event, even though it's like kind of retro, it's right, they're gonna bring your kids there. One of these people is like, all right, I don't care if they're kids, I'm gonna say, harder, faster, yes, and like, and then one of our panelists, thankfully, mentions like, there's kids here. It's like, it's literally that scene in SpongeBob, or like Patrick, has his like shirt off or something. It's like, are you gonna put that thing away? They were like shoulder near, and it's just like,
It's
that
exactly
was
like
awkward. Yeah.
I think Demeech has the direct quote.
Or which one? From SpongeBob?
No, the stronger, better, faster.
Harder, faster, 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 longer strokes. There's kids here. Was shut down. Oh my god.
Thank God. Yeah. No. Massive shoutouts to Ariel. They were a really great addition to the panel. Thank you. Because otherwise, that was yeah. Other than that, just the line. It was just like, hey, can we move forward a step because they're taking away space, and they're like, no, we're not letting you cut the. It's like, dude, but there's a gap. It's like all these enforcers keep saying fill up space, and then some people are just like taking up large chunks with chairs, sitting down, not moving. That's part of why Furman and I couldn't play Monster Hunter. It was just it was literally like pre-COVID levels bad. It was packed. I honestly don't know if I want to go to PAX West again after that, because that alone gave me anxiety. Like, I felt my chest hurt from all that anxiety.
Ooh, you know, now that you mentioned that, I totally remember when I got shoulder checked by a female enforcer. That was actually insane.
Really?
It was right around the time where they let us in, so it was 10 o'clock, and everyone starts to run because they're stupid. And the lady is like in between two doors, and she's like, nobody run! And I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. So I start walking, and I'm just walking along her path, and you know, I'm at her left side. I'm not even that close to her, and she stuck her elbow out and literally like almost dislocated my shoulder from how hard she hit me. And I wasn't even running. Like, I'm like, what the heck are you doing? That was not good.
Yeah, it's damn. I wish I could have seen that. I would have reported that, because I'm like, it's not her fault. It's not your fault. Like, if it was like you were running, I felt like be like, oh, sorry. No, like, you didn't do any of that. So I felt people were just like immature. And I don't blame them. They want to play the stuff that they do. They want content for their channel. They want clout. But it's like, you can play Monster Hunter later, right?
Yeah.
It's not like it's not like you're gonna play something that might get canceled one day. It's not like you're gonna play Mother 3, right? Like, hell, like half of the Nintendo booth is out now, and one of the games is free, right? They're coming, like, one's coming out at the end of the month, one's coming out next month. It's not like you're playing Brothership. Hell, it's not even like you're playing Pokemon Legends ZA or anything. But before we wrap this up and everything, any like final things, like any cool like tidbits and stories you have from PAX West?
I got a few of them. So there was the panel, of course, which we did talk about. But another cool thing is there was this party for content creators. So if you guys apply for content creator next PAX, you might be able to get in, and I think you guys would be able to too. So it was a lot of fun. I hung out with Riders DX, Plan Rock, and Ash Paulson from Good Vibes Gaming, so that was really cool. And we all went to that meetup for Good Vibes Gaming.
Oh,
and I won that Sonic
that was
hat.
awesome. I forgot to mention that. No, the meetup is where all three of us literally met Arlo and like a crap ton of content creators. Like, I met pretty much.
Arlo was insane.
Yeah, Demeech is short is probably the best way to summarize it for all of us. Is like, me one of your heroes. Now, it's just that, like, that's why I like Demeech's content, because it's like, it's so wholesome and passionate, similar to ours, and I really like that. The good
Arlo's
vibe-
always been an inspiration to me, and actually meeting him, it was surreal. Watching someone who I grew up watching and then meeting him was so cool, and actually seeing the puppet, that was amazing.
No, it's like, it was great. No, the Muppets I grew up with. I loved Kermit. I loved Elmo, Sesame Street, Arlo. No, he's just great. Like, I fell out of his content for a while because it was like in that teenage, clickbait crap. I'm like, no, I'm more open-minded. I'm like, you know what? I love his content now. Also, meeting Botox Games. Massive shout out to him. He subscribed to my YouTube channel. Follow my Twitter. Thank you. No, he is just super chill. Similar age, similar interests, and it's just like, he makes me want to get back into collecting. Like, you can tell he knows what he's doing. He's very passionate. And again, Daniel Alba from Yars Gaming. Just seeing like the persona and the like outfit and talking about that stuff. Just like, he even talked to Furman for like 15-20 minutes, giving him constructive critique on his thumbnails. Like, what other creator does that at an event like that? Like, that goes to show like how wholesome and awesome these people are, despite their sub counts.
Yes.
Yeah, it's incredible.
And that was honestly going to be my takeaway. Like, the fact that we met so many creators, and literally every single one of them was super nice, super helpful, just amazing people. Like, I honestly couldn't even believe it. I'm still kind of shocked at that. So, just gives me hope. Eventually we'll get there too. We'll get past the 100,000 subscriber hump, and then we'll have made it basically.
Oh yeah,
and we'll be able to do the same thing for other people too. So it's like, it's a circle of life.
As I get older, like, I'm around the same age as Demeech, but it's like, I'm kind of like, I want to help people more than I want to do things for myself sometimes. I don't want to get super big on YouTube. Like, I'd be happy with 10K, because I've only been at the 1K for like years. Like, I'm kind of happy with where I am. And that's the thing. Like, they're not super big. None of those creators you met have 1 million subs. Everyone is just people. Despite the badges, that's a label we put on them. Like, right, everyone, yes. We're all people. We're all trying to be good-willed. We're not filled with drama or toxicity. And in this era where it's my former favorite YouTuber is pretty much like falling down like flat on his face, the time that I'm spending finding these new creators and like spending more time with them, I'm grateful for that.
Who's your favorite YouTuber?
The Completionist. I'm not gonna get into it, but that was literally like a childhood hero turned like complete villain, and I only watch his content for content. I'm not happy with him, but that's a complete different conversation. But I'm grateful for Arlo. Ant Dude, I'm finally happy I got to meet Ant Dude. Felix from Nintendo Life, no videos, but taking pictures with them, shaking their hand. Felix like my 1,000-Year Door shirt, which was super cute. I got to tell him about the Yeti and ordering cool t-shirts from them.
And just with the sub count thing, Plain Rock's another great example of it.
Oh, absolutely.
Everyone just loves being a YouTuber, and regardless of sub count, we're all just people and we like to have fun in game.
No, I got to do a doubles tournament with Plain Rock, which was super cool. Again, like, even though he had like 2 million subs, like, he was still a cool guy to hang out with. Shout out to him if you're watching this. We only made it to round 3, which is, I don't care. It was still fun. We just did it. It's free to enter, so you're not losing anything. We made a good team, and hopefully next PAX we could do something like that again.
Yeah, I'm hoping that too.
I also would say, for my answer, despite the Good Vibes Gaming meetup, the other thing that I really liked, one of the coolest things, I don't know if they're a fan, I don't know who they are, you probably know who you are. A really nice person came up to me and asked for a photo with them on their 3DS, and I don't know if they're a fan of me or the channel, or they're just looking for panelists, but thank you. I probably have them screen now. It was a really nice like cosplayer with a toilet.
Oh, that was funny.
That might have been a Skibby. I don't even know. I don't care about the themes, but that's huge. The fact that even someone of my size still had someone ask for a picture That means a lot to me. So if you're watching this, I really appreciate it. And thank you for coming to our panel. Any last minute things we want to add or shout out, or any hopes for the future before we sign off?
I think that this whole experience has been amazing. I will say that PAX is a little bit overwhelming for a convention, even compared to PAX East. But these are memories that I'll cherish for the rest of my life. And it was an amazing experience. And I met you before AquaTwist, but it was awesome to hang out again. And it was even better actually getting to know you, Furman. That was really cool.
I appreciate that. Yes.
Yeah, thank you,
I kind of feel the
Demeech.
same way. I went down to PAX West with the whole mentality to, you know, like support my YouTube channel, get content, all of that stuff. But I went down there and I made some awesome memories. And, you know, I even left with some friends too.
Yeah, it's the friends you make on the adventure. That's what it's about. And also it's about... It's a coping mechanism.
Yeah, but also, yeah, thank you, Furman. I'm glad I spent a lot of time with you. I wasn't expecting to spend as much time with you two as I thought, because usually at PAX, I'm like, all right, I'll hang out with some friends for a few hours and I'll go on my own. This time, like, almost every single thing I did, it was with a friend, and honestly, I kind of like that better, because it was more controlled. You get to show people around who weren't at PAX or any conventions before, and it's good, because I don't get to see you too often. One person's from the other side of the country, another is a flight away, so it's like, crap, you know, I can't easily see them, so it's really awesome getting to see you two, and yeah, I'm definitely down to do more collabs in the future.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm down too.
Cool. Alright, well, so that about wraps it up. If you want to check out more of Demeech and the Collective and hear their awesome voices, you can check out their YouTube channels, which will be linked in the description below and in the end card, and all that stuff, at Demeech and at, I think it's the Collective on YouTube. And their socials will be posted in the description as well. But anyways, that's not the end for PAX content. I'll be posting a couple more, including a Pink Gorilla Games game hunting video, a big Switch collab where I interview people asking about what's going to happen to the Switch now that we're in the Switch 2, and more. So be sure to like this video, share it, and subscribe if you want to see more of that. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and have a good one.
Thank you for having me, and keep calm and da-da.
And we will see you guys on the next video. Peace!
Travel to the break into round and go. I'm on a mission, routing up whatever it is I gotta do, routing up.